Okay, so good morning or good afternoon, everybody, and here I am back in the woods. So my place, my happy place that I adore going to. Now I've got my little dog Crystal here. So the Crystal Healing Bear, that's really who she is, and she loves it at the woods. She adores it because she's got no technology around her. It's a safe, beautiful place to go where she can just chill and relax. And of course, she gets energy from the trees and the birds and everything. So she's just sitting by my feet. Now, you might be asking, why are you calling her the Crystal Healing Bear now? Well, Crystal came to me at 18 months and she was a right mess. She was a dog that had been living with a gentleman who I do believe mistreated her. She was living in a one-bedroom flat, and the noise that I heard when I picked her up from the other animals that were in the back room, the kitchen, was really quite scary. And they're noises that haunt me today. I don't know what was going on. But the minute I met her, I had to get her out quick, which is exactly what I did. And she came to live with us. Now, she is a healing dog. And when I've run meditation classes, because I am a life coach and I do run meditations as well, amongst other stuff, and I was teaching NLP. And when I do Reiki, because I'm a Reiki master, or I have clients, she has to be in the room. She has to be part of that. And if she doesn't, she gets really irritated. I'm just turning the camera on her again. She's got a stick caught. All right, let's take that away. I'm just moving away a stick because that couldn't have been fine. Nice for her because it had a little thorn in it. So she was trying to lay down. She's so relaxed, it's unbelievable. But what she's been doing is, and I'm going to post these on YouTube because they are quite fascinating. And what she does when we go out, and we've not been out, obviously, any of us, of an evening all together, and there's 4 in the house, is she has learned how to open all the cupboards and open the dishwasher. She has. She opens the dishwasher. So I am today going to post this on and everyone can see what she gets up to. So this little doggy, who was 18 months when we got her, and I've owned her for approximately 14 years. She's an old girl. I think what happens is we times her age by 7 per each year. But she's very deaf, so it's quite difficult when I take her for walks now because she can't hear me and she goes running off and she can't see me. So I do try and keep her on the lead, and I've got the most stunning lead here and collar for her. And today she is wearing crystals, red crystals. So she wears green, she's got silver and blue, and she's a really, really content little thing. She really is. And if you haven't got an animal, or if you're thinking of having a pet, they're really good. They're really good therapy. When my mother-in-law passed away, she, well, let's say before she passed away, her husband passed away many years before. And I just got the doggy and she was really grieving badly. And what I would do was drop the dog off to her when I went to work. And that was so, so good for her. She would sit there with the dog in her lap, and Crystal really helped her grieving process. So dogs are really good for children. They're good for grieving. They're good for health and well-being. So, you know, you can go out for a walk. Obviously, if you've got a dog, then you might feel less anxious if you're the kind of person that feels anxious going out for a walk on your own. And she is really special. So if it is an animal that you want, obviously be mindful that dogs do cost a lot of money. They do have to have checkups, and they do have vet bills. And if you have a cat, you've got to have injections and certain things. So, you know, have a little think about what it is that you want. But she is absolutely fine. And I don't think I could live life without a dog anymore. I've had a dog in different periods of my life. I think the first time I had a dog, and I was desperate for a dog, was a dog called Digger that we had when I must have been about 11. And that dog, unfortunately, was not very well in the head, and it kept running away because of the trauma that that dog had had. And there was one day that the dog had run away, and my dad said, you know what, why don't we go to Battersea Dog's Home, and let's just see if the dog is there. And the dog's name was Digger, and it was a Mongol. It was cross breeds. I don't know what it was. It was quite a little dog. And what happens to us, where we get there to Battersea Dog's Home, and this doggy Digger was in the second cage. Now, if it got to the first cage, it would have gone. So we rescued that dog yet again. It came back to us. And then when I got married, one of the criterias of me getting married to my husband at the time was that we would have a dog. So when Lara, who's coming up for 29 this year, was 1, we bought her a beautiful dog, a Maltese Terrier called Snoopy. And Snoopy was with us up to the age of, I think she was 11, and then unfortunately passed away. And Crystal came. So we've had Crystal for quite some years. So there we go. So lovely to meet you, whoever's there watching. And I'm in my local forest. Absolutely gorgeous. So it's not just people that love the forest. It's animals too. She's laying there. Thank you.